Hey everybody, it's me, Rick Acosta, the Dodger Card Collector, coming to you with another video. Today is Sunday, the end of Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving with your families. I know that I went to my sister's house and I had a lot of turkey. So it was a damn good time. What are we going to do today? I decided it's been almost a year since I showed you my card room. I've picked up some subscribers since then, so I thought let's do a card room video so you guys could take a look. Now, what you're seeing in front of you right now is technically not my card room. It's the entryway to my card room. And I was inspired by a collector several years ago on Facebook. He had custom cabinets built and put all his cards up from top to bottom. It was twice as big as my current display in front of you, and it was stunning. And I thought, I could do that. So I started off with one display case, put up my 36 cards. Each display case is 36 cards. And after I put up the first 36, I go, well, I'm gonna have to get another display case just because it looks so nice. And before you know it, it turned into this. The three cases directly in front of you, those are all Dodger cards, Hall of Famers, great players from 1909 to present day. And on the right, you see two display cases of 30 cards each, and those are Hall of Famers or near Hall of Famers or guys that are banned from being in the Hall, those type of things. So I wanted to show you that. I'll go over with the display cases with you at the end, but for now, I'll just give you a quick sneak peek as we walk in to the actual card room. And I'm doing my damnedest not to have any glare. That's going to be impossible. So here's the room. Here's where it all happens. It's bedroom number 2. It's also my office. I work from home a few days a week. And it's probably my favorite room in the house. And sometimes I come in here and watch a ball game, watch YouTube. Like I say, unfortunately, I also have to do work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the room from left to right. And you guys could take a look and see what I got. All right, so we're walking into the room. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a left. And here is where you see where I put my binders. My binders are sets. And I have roughly room in there for about 20 some odd sets. I like to lay the binders down horizontally. It's just, for me at least, it's a better method. I know a lot of you like to do them vertically. I've had issues in the past, a long time ago, with sheets folding and things like that. So, and I like doing it this way. I think it also prevents me from trying to work on every set. So what I have here is roughly, like I said, a lot of sets, all the sets from the 70s, a couple of sets from the 60s and 50s. And up top, I have some hockey binders that are still, some 1990 Upper Deck type, early 90s cards that I went through this year. But I'll show you what I've got here. This is my Rams my Rams scarf. But here's my 1953 binder. I bought this from a guy, Baseball Card Binders on Facebook. He's now back in business. The original owner passed away, and someone took over the business. So then up here, sometimes I try to label. I'm still not done. I try to label my spines. Usually I put the card. In this case, this is a 1957 top set. I will put the team that won the World Series that year. And in this case, it's the Milwaukee Braves. Now, I generally don't mix my sets. I usually only put one set per binder. For now, though, my 1964 Topps Giant cards and my 2011 Topps Lineage cards needed a place to go. So for now, they're hanging out there until I can figure out what to do with them. But we'll go down here. Here's the 63 set that I'm currently working on. And then I've got the 65 set. With the exception of 1963, all these sets are complete. So there's the 65 set. Down below, there's the 70 set. And 71. Then down here, we got the 72s and the 73s. And then we start doubling up here. So I got 74, 75, and 76, 77, 78, 79. And then the last couple of years, Topps did team photos. So I've got 80, 81. Those are the last, actually. And I'm trying to sit down and show you all this. 82 and 83 Topps. By that point, Topps stopped doing team pictures. So I picked the teams that still won the World Series that year, but I picked their pitching and hitting leaders. So there's 82 and 1983. And then in 1984, that's the Fleer set along with the Fleer update. Yes, I do collect the regular base set and the update sets if needed. So in this case, this is Fleer and Fleer update. They also didn't do team photos, but they did do these team decals or stickers. And I took the Tigers and put them on for 1984. 1987. I bought this set when it first came out. That's the only reason I kept it, because it's the value is minimal. So, but I still have it, and it's a nice looking set. When you put cards in sheets, and all the cards look nice, it looks great. So that's 87. Then I have 89 Upper Deck. That's where Kirk Gibson is. 92 Bowman. And then up here is 2014 Topps Heritage. And then on the bottom here is the 1983 re-release of the 1952 Topps set. So what Topps did was they released a new set of reprints, same size as modern cards, not as the original size. And they did 402 cards of the original 407. There were 5 players that didn't agree to appear in the reprint set. So what I did for those was I bought the 5 original cards and put them in the back. That way I'd have the complete set. I've actually seen people who put the Mickey Mantle, they've gotten the Mantle card graded. And I've actually seen a reprint of a 52 Mickey Mantle go for a couple of $100. And I also have in there Topps did a special set in 1995 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. They reprinted all the cards from 1952 to 1956. I bought those originally just because I said I'm never going to buy the original vintage cards, so I'll buy these as placeholders. I ended up buying all the cards eventually anyway. So, but these are my binders, and I have room to do probably about 2 to 4 more sets, and so those are my binders. Now I'm going to go to the right here. I'm going to show you guys my closet, and the only reason I'm going to show you my closet is because sometimes when you will see these card room videos, somebody opens up the closet and they have a million cards in there, and they have tons of sets, and you just go, whoa, I'm a little bit different. So let me show you the closet here. All right, so we're going to walk in here. Here's my closet. I got some baseball books up there. That's my brother's vinyl record collection. I'm holding on to that until his daughter's ready to take them over. My brother had an amazing vinyl record collection between his records and my baseball cards. It was pretty crazy, but those are his records. And then here, like I said, I got some books here. Usually music books and baseball books. I'm also very much into rock and roll music, the history of it all. And I have a lot of, love the Beatles, love the Kinks, love Pearl Jam, love U2. So those are some of my books. Those are some of my old newspaper clippings. In this binder, there is a bunch of Dodger photos I used to sell in the 60s. That's my Hollywood Stars cap from when they played in the PCL a long, long time ago. My brother bought me that a long time ago. Some bobbleheads. And then right here, these are my only other boxes I have. Everything else is out in the card room. So I have 3 boxes here. and I'm going to explain to you what they are. All right, so I have 4 boxes laid out in front of you. These are all this is what's in the closet. I took it out just because I like being transparent on what I have, and I don't have hundreds of thousands of cards sitting in my closet like some pack rat. But so here, one of my goals, and this was one of my goals this year, and I did nothing about it. 200 count box. I have a bunch of 50s and 60s cards that I want to put on ComC and just start selling some of these. These are all those are all duplicates. I need to start unloading my duplicates, and hopefully this year I'll get going on that. Box number 2, I used to use it as a supply thing. It's turning more into a junk area, though I do have my Beatles. I have roughly 30 Beatles cards from that Topps made in the 60s. And I plan on working that, maybe working on that someday. John, Paul, George, and Ringo. But so that's that card. That's that box. Box number 3. These are some wrappers that were given to me, 2011 Topps Lineage. I just didn't have the heart to throw them out. Here are some more. These are all doubles. 61 Topps, 62 Topps. Mostly these are Dodgers, you guys, in the 60s. Have some 65, 67s. And then as I get into the 70s, then I have a lot more cards. So all these 71s, 72s down here, 73s. All these eventually, I've got to start unloading. And the funny thing is, now that I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I realized I have a box of 1976 cards, and I don't even know where they are. Oh, well. Anyway, so those are my 70s duplicates. And now this box is what I call my other collection. My Dodger, you'll see in a moment, I collect Dodger team. I'm a Dodger team set collector. From my collection spans 1909 to present day. I have all the top sets. When things start, when I have most of the Bowman. I'm only missing Jackie. When things started getting kind of weird, though, after 1980, and we started seeing all these cards, I made a decision not to collect anything that wasn't Topps. There are some exceptions. But over the years, 20 years ago, I was buying just a lot of junk wax. And I was buying a lot of cards. And one day, this took a few months. I actually got all my cards out, started sorting, looking at what I needed. So what you're staring at right now, from 1981 to 1999, are all Dodger team sets that are not Topps. So there's Donruss, there's Fleer. See, all through the 80s, you're seeing these Donruss cards, Fleer cards. Then eventually, Fleer update. Now all of a sudden, Score is involved. So there's my first Score set. Score update. Now Bowman's back in the mix. So you kind of see an evolution here of what was going on card-wise. We're still going with Score. We got Bowman. We got Donruss. We got Fleer. We got Leaf. More Score. Upper Deck. And that's what you see here. After a while, you get to a point. Look at this. Like 91 Bowman. 91 Donruss, 91 Fleer, 91 Fleer Update, 91 Fleer Ultra, 91 Leaf, 91 OPG Premier, 91 Score, 91 Score Update, 91 Topps Stadium Club, 91 Upper Deck. That's hundreds of cards just for 1 year. So this got really out of control. And so from I would say from 81 to 95, I think I have all the cards from all the sets. But after 95 to 99, things got out of control. And even worse, what the heck is Pacific Crown? So here's Pacific Crown, Hideo Nomo, or Collector's Choice. So these are all Dodger cards from 1981 to 1999. And that's everything that's in my closet. And one day, with the exception of these junk wax cards, one day I'd like to see a couple of these boxes go away. We'll see what happens. Okay, a quick addendum. it kind of bugged me when I said to you, I'm missing a 1976 box. So I just found it. All this is 1976 duplicates. I don't know where these were accumulated, but eventually at some point, I'm going to do my best to unload them. We'll see. Okay, so we've left the closet area. Then I've got a little memorial here. Roberto Clemente and Kobe Bryant. Two players that were tragically killed in air disasters. So that's my little tribute to them. Big fans of both of those guys. Then we scroll down this way, and here's where you're going to see the first of, let's close this for now. Where do my big slabs go? Where do my big graded slabs go? I bought these easels, these mini easels at Hobby Lobby. So this is where I put them up. And there are my T202 Hassan triple folders with Zach Wheat and Bill Dolan. And then back here, these guys get to share one. My 1954 Red Man, I think, Carl Erskine, and a 1931 Lefty O'Doul. So those are where the big cards come. Now, you've already noticed I collect sets. There are cards that I have. I also collect cards of sets that I don't think I will ever build. So what I do is I put them in here. And when you say never build, you go, what do you mean? So, you know, here's where my 51 tops are. My 1952 tops cards are. I have some duplicates in here from 53, 1954. So you see 1959, there's a Nellie Fox, the MVP. 1960, 1963, 1964, 1969. So I put them in here, 1966. So these are the cards that will most likely never have sets built. But I still like to have roughly 15 or 20% of the set, just to have an extensive collection or a vast collection, whatever you want to say. Now, my only issue at the moment I'm having, and this is going to get replaced hopefully for the next video, I had these cards in library cases, and it just got to be kind of too much. It was eating up a lot of space. So I put these cards in a nightstand. I'm gonna need to find a better nightstand. This is a really old nightstand. I need to find a nightstand though that'll fully open. This one won't, so I can't get the cards that are in the far back there. So it's kind of a chore. So hopefully that is something I can do this upcoming season. And then all these are Topps Heritage. So this is Topps Heritage Dodger team sets from 2001 to present day. And they all go in here as well. And I'll take out a few here. See, there's 2015. And you see Andre Ethier, 2017. So you see these are all Dodger Topps Heritage. I love the Topps Heritage set. Absolutely love it. A way to get, these are some of the only modern cards I own. And it's just a great way to get modern players on an old vintage design that I absolutely adore. Here's the 72s, Mookie Betts. So this is where all my Dodger Topps Team Heritage cards come, or Topps Heritage cards. So hopefully, like I said, I can get a better display and I can show you, and I can be able to open these a lot easier. All right, let's move along. Then I got my wall here above the bed. Cody Bellinger hitting a home run in the 2020 World Series. That was autographed. I'll move over there and get you better views of Kirk Gibson and Sandy Koufax. Then going down here, that's Spike. You guys maybe have noticed him in my videos. You're like, what's he doing with a dog back there? My niece Zoe, she's about to turn 24. But when she was 3 years old, her father bought the family a dog, and a puppy. And when they got the puppy, she realized she didn't need Spike anymore. So in a very emotional ceremony on her part, she gave me Spike. And I held on to him. And Zoe's now a grown woman, graduated from the University of Hawaii. And I think I'm going to hold on to this. And maybe one day when she has a child, I can return this puppy, Spike, back to her son or daughter. We'll see. We got some glare here. I met Kirk Gibson a long time ago in Irvine, California. There was a sports memorabilia store. He did some autograph sessions. Very nice man, very intense, but he was a nice guy. And I talked to him about being the Dodger manager one day. And he said if Mr. O'Malley had kept the team, he would have, but he wouldn't do it under the newer regime. At the time, it was Fox when we had this conversation. So that's Kirk Gibson. Right here, Sandy Koufax. I met him at the National. Somewhere probably around 1996 in Anaheim. Nice man. Couldn't have been nicer. Shook my hand. He shook my hand and we talked. Personalized my picture. And it was just an honor to meet him. Every time I see him now, I still remember that day. Just because he's always been like one of my big heroes. So Sandy Koufax. And we're going to go down here. There's this lamp that's blocking this. This is a seat from Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium sold all their seats. And Tommy Lasorda happened to sign this seat. This was given to me, friend of mine, a good friend of mine. She used to be an executive assistant to a famous baseball agent. And she gave me that as a housewarming gift. So that is my Tommy Lasorda signed Dodger Stadium seat. And back here, I've got another cards that are too big. This is my T201 Maca double folders Dodger team set. I've got Zach Wheat, I've got Napoleon Rucker, and in the back, Bergen and Jake Dalbert. So those are where the big cards go. And then I have this memorabilia that Upper Deck sent me a long time ago about the Kings. There's Kelly Rudy. Try not to move the lamp. And some commemoration for the 1993 Stanley Cup. All right, so let's start looking at the walls here. I'm going to back up a little, you guys. Okay, so this is my Kings wall. So let's move up a little. Now that I've shown it to you, I'm a big hockey fan. I love the Dodgers, but I also love the Kings. I met a bunch of these guys. I met Rob Blake, who's now the current GM. He is at a baseball card store in Glendora, California. The rest of these guys, Dave Taylor, Hall of Famer Yari Curry. I met all these guys at a sports card show in Pasadena, California. Alexei Zhitnik, Kelly Rudy, and Luke Robitaille, Hall of Famer Luke Robitaille. Now, I generally don't collect autographs, but for a while there, I just like to accumulate them. I used to say, I'm going to get all these autographs, buy a house, and put all my photos up. Nah, that never happened. I only devote one room to my sports memorabilia. Here is the Los Angeles Times photo of the day after the Kings finally winning their very first Stanley Cup. I went that day. That's my greatest sports moment ever, was finally seeing, after 45 years, the Kings win the Stanley Cup. It was amazing. I'll never forget that night as long as I live. And so that's a photo that they offered, the LA Times did. And then I bought this professional photographer, took this photo of the team around the Stanley Cup. I wish the glare wasn't that bad. But that I had dreamt of this moment. Every year you see other teams, guys in caps and in full beards, long hair, and standing around the Stanley Cup after a long fight. And I finally got to see my team do it. And love this photo. You definitely do. Now the next item is down here. I found this in the past few months at a antique store in Pomona, California. The Brooklyn Dodgers of 1947. I've never shown it to you guys. I sent the photo to Alex Bowman 53 and Terry TJ Mack Vintage and Nostalgia just because I wanted to know what this was. And they sent, and I bought this for $10. And here it is, Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, team photo, highlights some of the players. And there's Pete Reeser, Ralph Branca, Dodger manager Bert Schotten, Dixie Walker, Pee Wee. And it talks a little bit about him. There's Jack, first Negro to play in big leagues. He broke in hard way, a position he never played. Led International League first year in organized baseball. That's what it had to say. So yeah, I bought this for all of $10. And once I took it out of I was going to take it out of the frame, but I realized it was kind of stuck. It's stuck down here on the left. But when I was able to take out the back cardboard that came, and I realized this is a photograph. This is like a photograph of a newspaper. And somebody put it in a frame. So for $10, I just put it up against my wall, and like to show it to people. A couple of more Stanley Cup photos from them. The next year, this was from the banner ceremony, where they finally raised the Stanley Cup banner. I was there. It was incredibly awesome. And then this photo my cousin took the night they won. He was sitting in the upper section, and he said he was so emotional. That's Colin Frazier on the scoreboard. You could see lifting the Stanley Cup. He waited till like the 19th or 20th guy to finally begin taking photos, because he was just so emotional that night. But that's his photo here. So then let's go around here and we can start staring at some cards again. This is my library display case. And this is actually two different display cases. They just happen to fit perfectly together. Also along with this antique table that I bought for them to make sure everything was steady. This is where all my Dodger team cards go. I'll show you now. 19, what? I think I have a T205 or a T206 card in there all the way till 2023. So let's open these up, and you can see here 1911 T206, 1927 W560, 1933 Gowdy, 1939 play ball. Oh, the glare is just brutal here. So what I like to do, so as you notice, each card or each team set has a divider. I label it 1940 play ball. Now each card is placed in a penny sleeve, and then each penny sleeve goes into a premium top loader. There was a guy years ago, the Ultimate Team Set Seller, something like that. That's how he used to sell his cards, and I just liked the idea. So it's a great way to be able to look at the cards, handle them, and not be abusing them. But so here, let's back up a little here. 49 Bowman, there's a Pee Wee Reese, Mike McCormick, 50 Bowman, there's a 51 Bowman, Don Newcomb, 52 Bowman, Pee Wee Reese. Some of these guys I will have twice. I will have a graded card version of it, and I'll have an ungraded version as well. If you're someone like Jackie Robinson, I try to buy a graded version, my Hall of Famers. But some of these guys, I still, I bought them ungraded. 54 Bowman, Jim Gilliam. 55 Bowman, Gil Hodges. Golden Stamps, Jackie Robinson. So you just see here's 56, 57. All these are complete. 58. And in the far back, there's 59. And then we got some Leaf cards, 1960 Leaf. So that would make up the first row. And then this is just the way we go until we get to the modern era. So in here, I've got my 60 Tops. 61 Bell Brand. These aren't complete. These are just cards. New Card Scoops. Campy. Post Serial. The Topps cards are complete. The rest The rest I just like, I'll pick up here and there, but John Roseboro, Frank Howard, more post serial, 63 Topps Dodgers. This side, see, so I keep going through the 60s. If I got the camera on there right, 67, 68. But like I say, this way, I can keep track of all of my cards this way. 1968, this is the Topps game. 1969. Finally get into Kellogg's. There's Tom Haller, Willie Crawford. And very far back there is 70 Topps. So you guys kind of get the idea. I mean, I won't go through every... I'll show you the drawers, but see, here we go, 73 Kellogg's. You know, now we're starting with a little bit more non-vintage, 1982. And then here we've got 84, a bunch of 80s and 90s cards. And they're all Topps. These, at this point, they're all Topps. And then we go to the bottom drawers. 1994 Topps on my Piazza. 2002. Topps traded. I can't even read some of these cards through my camera. 2003, 2007, 2008. So you see they're broken up here. You know, there's Topps Update, Manny Ramirez, Kershaw rookie. Let's see, 2014. And then the last drawer, we finally make it to the end. 2016, 2020, 2021, Julio Urias. Doubt he'll ever pitch for the Dodgers again. Joe Kelly, Justin Turner, JT. So we go all the way to 2023 Topps Update. Those just arrived. So all this is... like I said, Dodger team sets from 1951 through 2023. Hey guys, it's Rick again. I realized once I created this video that it's an hour long, so I'm going to cut the video off here. This is part 1 at around the 30-minute mark. And stick around if you want to see part 2.